People think that humans are just like these tables or chairs or doorknobs or whatnot, that you could do something to a human, even mentally, psychologically, and nothing would happen to him. So when you go back to slavery or whatnot, how that happened, families separated, terror, torture, scared, fright, depression, stress, all the negative feelings that you can put into that just terrible thing that happened to these people, my people. So when when it comes to that set, and that then is basically the breakdown of the family home, the breakdown of a family circle. And when, say, a woman is taken away from the man, her husband, that's a terrible thing to happen. That's a terrible heartbreak. That's a terrible trauma. Imagine the child of the woman is taken away. That's terrible. Everything terrible and stressful and just unthinkable happen. And imagine what that does to the human mind. Imagine you just lost your child in Ross for 3 seconds and the type of crazy you would be going through. We lost my cousin in Ross. The girl ended up in the next store. I don't know how. But that was just crazy. So imagine that at an even more grander scale. It's like I be feeling it when I just think about it, and it's just unfathomable how such an atrocity can happen. But going back to slavery, and then being forced to do different actions for certain people, white people, being whipped. This squirrel just looking at me across the street. I see you. He just ran away. But then being whipped and being forced to cook, being forced to not even be able to feed your own child and feed the white woman's child with your breast milk, and then to have your own child neglected, to having babies, to being raped and having babies for another man, and then being forced to, still do all types of crazy stuff when it comes to that, for example, and then just being splitting apart. I'm just seeing a lot of splitting ups, then being taken by ships across the sea, to then being forced to build something for another people, and just being forced. I just think about it right now and think about how I would feel if that was me, and in another time, in another place, that could be me in this world that we live in at this time. So fast forwarding, slavery happened, all the trauma, atrocities that happened in slavery. What the hell do you think that type of people would produce? What do you think would happen to that type of people? You think they weren't traumatized? You think that it's not in their bones, in their body, in their blood, in their DNA? Where do you think all of that went? For the people who do judge black people, because I talk about black people a lot because we're the most messed up. So the people who do talk about black people in a sense of, why are they so lazy? Why are they bums? Why do they even kill each other? Why do they kill people? Because me, I have an understanding of how it did happen, and I have an understanding of what a human body, mind, spirit, and soul